It's wonderful coming back to Series 3.
Series 3, what could you expect? Scale is much bigger. The world is much bigger.
There was a point early on where I said to the writers, I've got to have a meeting with you because I've got absolutely no idea where this is going.
Things are really shaken up for everybody in this new series.
I think it's a great parallel again to what it's like to be a human being.
It's sort of predicting the future a little bit. It's so on the pulse.
Humans has always been about how mankind will deal with the singularity. This is what it's all about now, which is immense.
We always thought about season 1 as being about two families, a very extraordinary family of synths and a very ordinary family, the Hawkins family of humans. In series 2 it was much more about partner relationships and love relationships. Season 3, the issues are naturally much wider, more political, and the stakes are a lot higher too. There's more conflict. It's a more dangerous world and not everybody's going to make it out.
So at the end of season 2, every synth is conscious and awakened. It's a year later, and it's about what state the world is in a year on. Hundreds of thousands of people and synths died.
We return to our beloved Hawkins family, who provide us very much with a grounding, very human aspect of the show. We've got 2 different kinds of synths, which is very new and very exciting for us. We've also got most of our synths living in a synth community, which will be something we've never seen on the show before.
Series 1 feels so comfortable and nice, and now it feels kind of spiky and dangerous, but really fun.
The story's really moving on in an exciting direction, and I think it's kind of bigger and there are new worlds.
You find Mia at the rail yard with Leo, who is in a coma, Max, and a community of, I suppose they're outcasts.
We gave it the name The Rail Yard because in series 2, the synths started their independent existence in a train carriage. So we carried the name forward to our current rail yard. What we wanted for that space was for it to feel very industrial, but also not gloomy and grim and depressing, because the stories that happen there are quite heavy-going stories, and we want the audience to be there and to enjoy that space. So while it's not the synth's choice that they're there, we wanted them to try and make it a home.
Part of the point of the 3rd season of Humans has been humanising the synths and almost dehumanising the humans. And so the rail yard might be this kind of crazy industrial abandoned space, but there was energy and time spent on humanising it and making it more homely.
We tried to not make it claustrophobic, we tried to make it feel airy, particularly the interior. So our DOP Kieran put lots of light in the ceiling to make it feel like the light was coming in.
And it's kind of a bit of a dream really for a director and a director of photography to go in and be able to shoot in an environment like that, even though working in it is challenging because you were doing it in winter, in January, February, where it's incredibly cold outside. So it was challenging and complicated, but hopefully it worked out well in the end.
Life in the rail yard is actually really quite fun. You've got loads of amazing actors this year. You've got personalities, which is quite an interesting thing, depending on what job they were designed for. That has an influence, that has a flavour of it. So, I mean, you've got a multifaceted society in this rail yard.
I love meeting the new synths. It sort of injects a new life into the stuff that you maybe feel like you know and can be a bit lazy about, and then you see somebody doing it for the first time with absolute commitment and precision and think, oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
I'm playing the character of Anatole. He is a custom-made boutique synth with slightly heightened abilities and cognitive functions. So now that he's conscious, he's kind of coming to terms with how the world works.
I play Agnes, and she's a new conscious synth in the series. She's a little firecracker. She comes in and she's got a lot of opinions about a lot of things, stirs up a bit of trouble.
Well, I think each year it's been the new synths have always slightly showed up for the old class because they come along and they're really good.
Hello, Mrs. Hawkins. I am Stanley.
Orange Eyes are the new synths that the government have brought in to replace the green-eyed synths.
And the physicality that we've employed with the new model synths is to reassure humans there's no danger of them impersonating us. So they behave in a much more, I don't want to use the robotic word, but they're much plainer, simpler.
I'm the 11th generation Sally by Lundstrom, and I am 100% safe. Guaranteed.
Humans 3 has the most dramatic moments. The biggest scale that we've done yet. Truly kind of epic sequences.
You always want more with this show.